It is August 24th, and we are Three Sisters Knit. Welcome. My name is Sheila. I am Shishi62 on Ravelry.
And I'm Margaret, and I am Magpie60 on Ravelry. And together we're Three Sisters Knit,
Yes.
a podcast on Ravelry. We have a group there if you're interested in finding out more.
Yes, and this is episode 29.
29.
Woo!
Yeah, this is really amazing. So
Yeah, I know.
We're like a week behind where we normally do every 2 weeks because you were
I was away last week
for a little while, which was fine because I was swamped,
you were swamped.
with work.
So that's okay.
So it worked out really well, and so now we can both be a little bit more relaxed and join you to talk about yarn and knitting, what we've been doing, and so why don't we get started on that?
Okay.
So,
okay, we'll start with our whips.
Yeah. So I only have
do
whips
yours
this week. So first of all, I will talk. Well, here's one that I've done like 2 rows since. It's because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's not even really worth being. So I started. I think you probably remember. I had leftover yarn from this beautiful Critium Handmade. This here. I made a pair of socks, and so then I made this is my first Rose City roller. So I got started on the second Rose City roller. As you can see, I got started, but I haven't really done a whole lot. And I think there's like 2 rows after the little progress keeper. So it is a whip.
But just not much of it done.
Not much of it done. And then I'll just keep doing mine.
Yeah, you do yours.
Okay, so then this one, I got this one is in my Knitter's Frolic bag because it just fits perfectly, and I've actually started putting some buttons on there, which I got actually at the Frolic. So,
yeah, and Eric actually gave you the rib one.
Yes,
he gave us both the rib one.
And then this one here,
Knit One Geek 2. We met them.
We met her. And this one, I don't even know where I got it from.
It's so cute.
But it's really cute. It's, if you can see it.
It's little knitting needles.
Little knitting needles with some stuff on it. It's cute.
Yeah.
So this one, and so I'll give you the story behind it. Although I had the Rose City rollers on needles, and I could have taken them, I'm actually at the spot where I'm going to start the heel flap.
Yes.
And I didn't want to have like DPNs and a heel flap and trying to work out that while I was, because earlier this week, so Monday and Tuesday of this week, I was at the courts because I was part of the jury selection, and I was really hoping that I would not get chosen. So I didn't want to take that because I was concerned about, well, because I know you have to go through security, and I wasn't sure if they would let you take knitting through. So what I decided instead was to start a pair of vanilla socks, and that way if I just started them, I could just sit and knit and it would be fine. And I decided I would do it on my, I think I got these bamboo needles. I think they're Chow Goose. So I got started on this.
Yes. Oh yeah, they are your Chow Goose.
Yeah. So anyway, this gorgeous sock that I got started
I love
on.
that.
I know. So this purple.
When I first saw the purple, I was sort of like, oh, is that the right purple for that? But yeah, it does.
It brightens it. So
it does brighten it.
This is from back on my birthday. Sheila gave me a
Party of 5.
Party of 5. It was
Georgia.
all shades of purple from Sweet Georgia, which I loved. And I've been toying with the idea of, making something with it as a gradient and what have you. But I ended up deciding that I wanted to use this other yarn, this variegated yarn that I have from Studio Lou.
I love that.
And she's out of I think she's out of like the Kitchener Waterloo area.
Yeah.
She's sort of west of
Toronto.
I
think she's a
maybe
little north of that
as well.
But still, in that
area, part, sort of
northwest.
So she has this gorgeous color that I got at, I think,
probably the Frolic, either Frolic or Kitchener, because she goes to
a
both.
couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And so this is it. It's her what's called it's her tiptoe.
Yes.
There we go. It's her tiptoe, and you can see it's called Journey of the Dragon, which I think is like the coolest name, and it's her hand painted yarn. Anyway, it's gorgeous color.
Yes, it is.
And so I decided that I would make a pair of socks out of them. That's the little ball right
That's
there.
fabulous, Margaret.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah.
I just love these colors. So what I did was I knew a purple, and I almost went with the dark one, but I asked,
the dark one would have gone as well. It would have gone
but
as well.
I asked my husband. So my husband,
He's got really good
he's
color
got really
sense.
good color sense. He's a screen printer by trade, and
Graphic artist,
He's
yeah.
been doing that for probably since he was 16. He was helping his dad
Yeah.
14. So, and he's going to be 69 in a couple of months.
Yeah.
So he's been doing it most of his life. So he's always worked with color, and he has a really good sense of color and everything.
Yes, he
so
does.
I asked him to pick the bright purple, and so he picked the one that I think this would be the one that I would call them in the middle of that, and it's called Juice Box. So you're right. I would have gone
Yeah.
for the dark one as well to match the darker purple
Yes.
in there. But the lighter purple, it actually kind of brightens up the whole, because it's a very
It does, but if you look in this area
I know,
here,
there
it
is a
sort
lighter-
of it sort of does go with that.
Yeah.
It sort of lightens it, and it does blend
because
with
this is
that
very
nicely.
earthy
Yes.
sort of colors in here. I love the way it's knitting up. I'm just,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, I'm madly in love with this. And so I'm just knitting. Anyway, I did the cuff the night before on Sunday night, and then Monday was a full day
Mhm.
in the
In court.
jury room.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday, I think we were finished. I'm gonna say-
Mid-afternoon?
yeah, about 1 o'clock, I think.
Yeah.
I was part of the way they do it is they call, so you have a juror number, and they call the numbers randomly in groups of 20, and then you go before
Yeah.
the judge and the two
Lawyers.
and the rest of us stay behind.
Yes.
And so they did, like, on the first day they had 3 groups of 20
Go through.
and then the rest of us were let go for the rest of the day.
Yes.
But that was like a full day before they let us go. And then they asked us to come back the next morning for 9:30, so I did that. They picked another 2 groups of 20, and I wasn't in either of those. I was in the very last batch. So, I went down. Fortunately, the cool thing is in the court, there's a Tim Hortons in the court. So you go through security, of course. And once you're there, the only way to get into the Tims is you have to get through security. So it's going to be fairly safe.
Yeah.
And on the second day, there was a very good-looking cop who was doing the security. The first day, it was a woman and a couple of women and a man,
Yeah.
a male cop, and the other day, the second day, it was three men, and one of them was very nice looking, and I was like, oh. Okay, you can take my bag. Do you need to search me?
You can look through my stuff
Yes,
all you want.
Yes. But yeah, anyway.
Do you need to pat me down?
Yeah. He wasn't doing that. He was like because
The
it's like
woo,
airport
woo.
security.
Yeah, the
No.
wand.
No, he didn't.
No?
There was a guy, so you have to. It's like airport security. You put your bag on the conveyor belt, and it
Yeah.
goes through some
Yes.
X-ray thing.
Yeah.
He was taking the bag and putting it through, and there was another guy that you walk through this thing.
The metal detector.
If
Yeah.
it dings, then he has the wand to
Yes.
go over you. This other guy. So anyway, it was fine. I didn't either day. It was fine. But anyway, I got a lot of knitting done. A lot of nervous knitting.
Yes.
But anyway, so that's my other whip. But you know what's really neat about this is I really like the heel flap and gusset
yes.
of the Rose City Roller.
Yes.
So I'm doing a combination. I'm going to do that heel.
Oh
on
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So
You
I'm
can do
just-
that very easily.
I'm basically, I think I've decided that
I'm
I'm now
designing my own sock.
I'm a sock knitter. At the beginning of the year, I was like, I am
Ah,
never
no,
gonna
no,
be
no.
liking socks, and now I'm like, I'm just gonna knit until it's long enough. Then I'm gonna do that heel,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna keep going.
Well, and that heel is pretty much the same heel as the Hermione sock.
yes,
So it's the same heel.
yeah, and I find that I really, really like that.
Yeah. I like it
just
too.
fits really nicely
I like
on my
it too,
heel and
yeah.
everything. So that's what I'm gonna do with this. So that one is the one that's underway.
Yeah. And one
So-
of the things I do, because I know we worry about our getting our foot in, one of
Yeah.
the things I do once I get that done and you
Yeah.
get to the point where you can do that.
Yeah.
I actually knit a couple of rounds
Yeah.
before I start some of the like once you join it here.
Once you
like, once you join it
down
here, once you pick up all the stitches and all that, I knit a couple of rounds before I start the decreasing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've done that before.
I think you told me that when I was doing this, and I think I did that as well. So
yeah. Like even just 2 rounds, that's not a
But see, this is
amount.
one of the reasons that I like to have, that I take notes when I'm knitting. So I'm going to fill in one of these. So SS from Critium Handmade, she gave us these awesome socks. It's here.
Oh, that's mine there. Yeah,
there's your sock project note cards.
Yeah.
So I'm going to actually fill this in when I'm done. But what I'm doing right now is I have a Post-it note on the back. Let's see if that's a little bit bright. And I just write down like what I cast on, how many rows I did in the cuff.
Yes.
And now every time I do a row around, I'm in that way I can match it.
Yeah.
So both socks will be the same.
Yes.
So I'm going to keep that, because if this is a sock that I end up really liking,
yes, that way you've got your
good
notes.
vanilla sock one, and I know it's
always good to have a vanilla sock on the go, because it's just like they say, one of your purse knitting socks. You just keep it in your purse for when you're out and about, because you never know when you get stuck in a lineup or whatever anywhere. So
so this was perfect. I did bring a book to read at the same time, I did read. There was a foreword and an introduction, and I did read those two, but I just found I was having a really hard time, like, sort of focusing. So that's why the knitting was really good. Yeah. Plus, there were a couple of other women around, and we were chatting, just everybody, like, have you done this before? And kind of talking about it.
You're all there, the same comments and common interest of why you're there and why you don't want to be there.
Yes. I saw 2 or 3 other ladies knitting there as well, which was neat. I think they were making baby things. And one lady I talked to said she mostly crochets, and she does a lot of baby blankets. And I told her about Wool on William and one of the local yarn stores that are really nice,
especially in Oshawa.
In the Oshawa area. So anyway, I was very happy, and it was funny because I had parked across the street. There's a parking garage, a multi-level parking garage, and I parked in there. And about 4 of us arrived at the payment machine at the same time, and all of us were like, whew, so happy. Woo-hoo! We didn't get. And
we should all go for a drink.
It's like no, it was. It's like a raffle that you don't want to win.
Yes.
Like, don't draw my number, don't draw my number. Usually you want your number to be drawn, but not in this case.
Well,
although I have to say, I'm sort of making light of it, but part of it is just bad timing for me. Otherwise, I think I would have been, how can I say this? I'm really grateful that I live in a place where there is such a thing as a jury by your peers.
Yes.
And that, we do have that kind of system here. It's a wonderful, a lot of people don't have that.
Yes.
So I do.
We are very lucky.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. It's just, if you're self-employed, like if you're not working, you're not making money, and that's, it's not a right time for me to be doing something like that.
Yeah. I know. So, well, I know, because my husband's also been chosen twice as well. Because
that was
your second
time. My second time.
My husband's also been chosen twice, and every time they've chosen him, it's been over the time when we've been away. We've paid for our holiday, and we're going to be away.
Yeah.
So we just write a note. You can write a letter and just say, please just pick my number at another time. I can't right now. I've paid for a vacation. I cannot get a refund. And they're usually they have no problem. So
yeah, I considered doing that, but honestly, part of the problem was that one of the projects that I had agreed to do was supposed to come much earlier in the year, and it came, like I got it August 9th or 10th. I was supposed to get it mid-June. So, and again, I'm used to that happening, but if it had come earlier, I wouldn't have felt quite as stressed.
Yes. Well, exactly. I agree.
It's just the timing of it. So anyway, it worked out for me in the end anyway. So,
I know.
So
I could jinx this, but I'm knocking on wood. Knock on wood. And this is real wood.
Yeah.
I have not been selected ever for jury
selection,
duty.
So anyway,
but you never know. One of these days I may get my turn.
Yeah. So anyway, and my last one is my banner unfurled, which I posted on Instagram yesterday.
Yes.
So we're doing our knit along on this one, and I feel really bad because I haven't finished it yet. But I feel
Doesn't
so
look
bad.
like you have a lot more
I
to
have
go.
like a dozen rows left to do.
I know.
So,
You don't have that much to go.
No.
I'm just trying to pull it out.
So,
There we go.
Look how
at
nice
that.
it is.
Oh, Margaret, that's beautiful.
So what I decided to do was, because I'm not doing beads, so I decided that I would do in this row here, that's the lacy bit here. That's a row that was supposed to be beads, I think. So I decided that I'll just, the beauty of this pattern is that you can
adjust
it the way you want.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is I think coming up next are more of these sorts of rows of color, and I was toying with the idea of repeating it exactly because I think it's maybe a little bit different. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. That's the beauty of this, is you can in the small ways make it your own sort of thing. But
you can make adjustments in it. I like patterns that you can do that because that really does make it your own.
Yeah.
I really love these colors though. They're just gorgeous. Like these just are so phenomenal together. But then you put it with the blue and it's just as phenomenal together. So
it looks amazing.
Yeah.
So I feel really bad because I was really hoping to have it done for today to show everybody, to show it wearing
if you work just on that, you can have it done by the end of the knit along, Margaret.
I know.
So work on it tonight at knit.
I know, but I'm kind of all hooked on my new sock now because I just love that yarn.
She's finally becoming a sock knitter because if you want to do your socks, then you should do your socks.
So I never thought I would be a sock person, but apparently I am now. I've drank the Kool-Aid, as they say. So I have. Well, show your whip first, since we're doing mostly whips. So let's show my whip first.
I am doing,
because I love this yarn.
This is the Flax Light, so I've got this done. And this is, the yarn is by Crittium Handmade. It's her tweed base. Look at that. I love that. I absolutely love that. It's just gorgeous.
It's looking kind of more mauve, or I think...
It is sort of mauvey.
It's
sort of a pinky mauve. Oh, there's the tag. She didn't really I don't think she put a color with it.
Is it a one of a kind, maybe?
It's just her cozy tweed.
It's so pretty. It looks a little more pink in real life.
Yeah, she didn't add a colorway to it. But it is. It's nice. Quite pinky. Yeah. This is very pale compared to what it is.
Yeah. It's looking more mauve than pink.
It is. It's a little more pink, but it's sort of a pinky mauve.
Yes.
It's more on the pinker side of a mauve than a purple side.
Explain the...
Okay.
So you made a little adjustment.
Yes, I made an adjustment for this one. This one's for my granddaughter. So for the neck, what I did, instead of joining in the round right away, what I did was I split it and I did just back and forth. And then once I started the body, then I joined it. And I'm going to crochet a little loop and put a button there for her. And I should have done that on
the other one
that I made. But yeah, that's it. I love it. The yarn is lovely because it's some nice tonal. Very nice tonal, and the fleck and all the little bits in it are just, I love it.
Because when I look at the yarn, you can see it's almost like a golden.
Yes, you can see it in the little bits around.
It's really, really nice.
Yeah, you can see it in little bits. I'm trying to just see if I can get it in the camera. There we go. It's hard to catch it on this, but it's got some really a sort of a beigey gold undertone
to it. So it's really, really lovely.
So I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm enjoying working with it, and it's so soft.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to finish this one. So then I'll have, and that is the Flax Light by Tin Can Knits. Is that one? And I love the pattern. It has from 0 to 6 months is the first size to 4XL.
Oh, that's nice.
Sizing. So you can make it throughout their entire life.
I know in the photos they have I guess the mother, I'm assuming it's a model, and a model mom and child.
Yes.
The mother and the little one both wearing it. It's really sweet.
So it
that's
shows
the adult?
an adult, and then it shows a little one here.
Yeah.
Wearing it. So yeah, so that's it. And so I've got a couple more inches to knit on that, and then I do the waistband and then pick up. But I have an FO, and that is, it's a little wet because I'm in the middle of blocking it, but I thought I'd take it off. This is the one for my grandson.
So that's the same thing. It's the Flax Light.
It's the Flax Light. I did not do the neck width, but I think it will be plenty big enough.
Yes, because
he's little. He was born 5 weeks early. Even though he was 5 weeks early, he was 6 pounds 12 ounces.
Yeah.
And
he had
his head was 34 centimeters, which is the average size of a full-term newborn. So she's very happy he came early. And but yes, he has already gained. He's just under 8 pounds, a couple ounces under 8 pounds
great.
now, but his head has already gained 2 centimeters. So he's already got a 36 centimeter head.
Oh, geez.
That's from my husband's side of the family. They all have big heads. All my babies had large heads. Anyways, this yarn is Dogstar Knits.
Yeah, this is one that
we won this from David Dogdare.
Yeah.
And this is their Triple Dogdare. This was a test skein color that they did, and I absolutely love it. It's so wonderful. But I have 40 grams left.
Yeah.
After and I checked my gauge, and my gauge was like spot on.
Yeah, that's
so
excellent.
I'm gonna make maybe a little hat to go with it. I think that'll look really cute.
I think that'll be adorable.
I think it'll be really, really cute.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's my finished. And I love another thing. Yes, it's my finished object, but I love once I split for the arms, how it started. The yarns, all the speckles started going in a line almost, and even on like the other side, it does the same thing, which I really, really like that. I thought, oh my god, that just adds that little bit extra interest to it.
So across the top, between the shoulders,
it's more spattered and random.
Yeah.
That's a better word. It's more random.
Yeah.
Whereas this section here, everything seemed to be more organized.
Yeah. It's so cute. It's adorable.
I know. And this, I'm making the 6 to 12 month size. I'm wanting them to wear it, get a Santa picture with the two of them wearing their sweaters.
Oh, how sweet.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. So I know. So they're only a month apart, the two grandbabies, which I'm just like I'm ecstatic that they're supposed to be 2, but now they're 1. So that's it's really, really nice. So.
Yeah.
So, but really, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So in a way, you could say that was stash busting because we've had my yarns for a little while.
It's funny because when I see you making that one, I know
you've got the
David
other one.
Was very kind and sent each of us a skein, although I think only one of us had entered.
I think it was you that won.
And anyway, so I have a slightly darker version of this. So this was his Triple Dogdare. So mine is the Double Dogdare.
Yes,
it's called. And so I look at it and I think, oh, I want to make a baby sweater now out of it because it's just so adorable.
You can make a bigger size.
Now. Yes, I might do.
Use the same pattern, but make a bigger
size.
It's a fabulous pattern. I really, really like it.
Yeah.
It took me a little bit. I don't know. You know, sometimes you read a pattern and you're just like, why do I not get this?
Why isn't it working?
Why isn't it working? I'm reading it and I'm doing it and it's just not working. Well, I managed to figure out in my head what I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just me. I just had a mind fart for some reason. It just wasn't. I'm like, Margaret, what am I doing wrong? It was so funny that day. We were in hysterics.
I know.
Because I had ripped it out three times. Like,
yeah.
What am I doing wrong? I had it the last time, but I miscued on something. What am I doing wrong? I had done it.
I know, and I'm trying to read it, and I'm like, it makes sense on the paper. I don't really know what you're doing wrong.
But anyway, so that was my big thing. I got that finished at the cottage on holidays last week, and then I got that one started. So
that's great.
I'm really happy about that.
So,
but that is pretty much it for me. That's all I've been working on. I want to get those done because I have other things that I want to do and get started on.
Me too. So the other thing that we were doing, actually, that was kind of fun, is Amanda posted a photo and I
Yes.
reposted it.
Yes.
So this was several weeks ago, just before you went up to the cottage.
Yeah, it was
I
about
think.
3 weeks ago.
So we were really lucky that we were able to help Amanda out.
Yes.
She was recovering from surgery, and she was getting a little bit behind so she and a bunch of our other friends are going to the Kitchener-Waterloo Knitters Fair,
Yes.
which is September 9th.
Yes.
At the Odd in Kitchener.
Yes.
And so she had, really wanted to get going on her dyeing. So we went over and helped her just with scanning. I think that was pretty much all we did.
Getting all the stuff and getting, making bunches for her.
And scanning things.
Yeah.
And the yarn up so that just getting it ready for her to dye. So that was kind of
so much fun because,
afternoon.
Because I was using the... I don't know
that big thing.
Warping,
I don't know what that
was that.
I think that's a warping thing.
It's not a warping board, but it's a big warping mill, almost spindle thing.
Yeah. And then I had the smaller.
You had the smaller one. You were making minis.
And but it sounds like, I've seen her posting lots of things on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like she's got her stuff all ready to go.
And getting more
organized. Really organized. So that's coming up. Like I said, it's in early September.
Yeah.
And a lot of our friends.
It's like 2 weeks. It's like just 2 weeks away.
And a lot of our friends are going to be there.
Yes.
So we offered our services to help out at their booths. So,
yes. We have several friends that are going to be there because SS is going to be there for Critium Handmade. She's got a booth. Amanda, the Yarn Enabler, she has a booth. Christina, the Cozy Knitter, she has a booth. Her husband's coming to help her.
Yeah.
Jen, the Yarn Therapist, has a booth as well.
Yeah.
And I think they're all going to be, the Cozy Knitter, Yarn Enabler, and Yarn Therapist, they're all going to be together. So,
that'll be good.
Yeah, I think they're all good. They're trying to be like close together.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're looking forward to that.
Yes.
And
we'll help them in any way we can.
Yeah, I know. I might just be helping put this over here because
I'll buy this.
Okay? Yes, I know. I keep seeing things and I'm like, I want that.
I know. But we're trying to save for Rhinebeck. We're trying to save for Rhinebeck. It's terrible.
We have our hotel booked for Rhinebeck.
Yes.
And every time I see somebody's another podcast, I'm like, oh, this person's going and that person's going. I can't wait to meet them. So
I know. I was watching Opera Joe's latest one, Stitching the High Note, and she's got her hotel booked. She just has to book her flight from the last her last episode that she posted, and I'm like, I so want to meet her.
Yes,
I do. I really want to meet her.
Yeah,
like there's just something, I don't know. I feel, as weird as it is, I feel I have a bit of a connection because our grandfather used to help opera singers.
Mm-hmm.
He worked in a music shop over in Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
He was quite the pianist.
Yes.
And he also played the church organ.
Yes, one of those big
old pipe organs, those
like the
big
huge,
massive things that are really, he
organs.
used to play those.
Yeah.
But when he worked
he used to make a joke and say that he was the only man who was ever going to play at his own funeral because they had recorded him playing.
He recorded hymns that he wanted played at his funeral, and he wanted them done a certain way.
They used his recordings for anybody who wanted that.
Yes.
And so he used to joke that he'd be the only man ever playing at his own funeral.
And he did.
He did.
But he worked in a music shop, and he was just down the street from the opera, like I guess the university or the opera, and they used to come in.
This is in Glasgow.
In Glasgow, Scotland, and they used to come in and ask him, like they were having if they were having a bit of trouble with a piece of music or something, he'd say, "Well, here," and he would help them figure it out and all this. So like he used to help do a lot of stuff with that. So, and our mother sang, she had a phenomenal voice, She could stand at the back of a church and just out sing anyone. You just could hear her.
I remember one of our, I don't know what neighbor it was, one of our, when we were younger, passed away. And I guess, all the adults who had known them had gone to the funeral. And I remember one of the neighbors saying, this was a couple of years later, she goes, I always remember being in the church. And of course they went to a different church from us. And she said, and all of a sudden there was this voice coming out from the church, and she goes, I turned, I looked, and it was your mother.
Yes, our mother was phenomenal.
Yeah,
she
had
an amazing voice. An amazing voice, and she had really good pitch.
Yes.
Really, really good pitch. Yeah. And the one thing I know, this is what gets me. I happened to be there the day that she passed away.
Yeah.
And I had gone into she didn't want any of us around, but I happened to show up at the hospital because they were 3 hours away from me.
Yeah.
I showed up at the hospital. My dad knew I was coming. And they live where there's a lot of Amish around.
Yeah.
And the people come in and they sing hymns a cappella.
Yeah.
A cappella. And they were very, very good. I remember the last visit with Mom at the hospital, she was humming these hymns because my mom knew all the hymns.
Yeah.
And that I just smile every time I think of that because my mom just knew all the hymns and she was humming the hymns.
Yeah. The cancer had moved to her lungs.
Yes.
And so she wouldn't have had the breath to be able to sing in any way. But she was
able to sort of hum along with it and right on key, and that I take that memory with me.
Yeah.
It's just one of the fondest memories I have of my mom.
Yeah.
So I really,
I got Dad's voice.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was in church. It was Christmas, one of the rare occasions that I went to church. It was Christmas Eve, and I remember singing with Irene, and we were sharing a hymnal, and I started singing because even though I know I can't sing,
they're Christmas carols. Who doesn't want to sing Christmas carols?
With gusto, right? And I just remember Irene going. Looking at me with such
what
shock.
The hell is coming out of your
mouth?
What is
that? and then we started laughing, right? It was just.
What about the time Dad came running through to your room because you had the
headphones?
Mom?
It was Mom.
She had headphones on and was singing away to Donny Osmond or something like that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! And she comes in. Oh my God! I thought you were sick. that's how bad a singer.
Thought you hurt yourself or something. She was like wailing on it. I have a church choir voice. It's not great, but that's I did take some singing, but I did not go beyond a few years of lessons. That was it. But I can carry a tune.
Yeah.
I'm still not great, but that's it now.
Music is it's I love to sing along. I sing in the car because then, there's no audience and nobody gives me stink eye. Yeah. So my husband has said to me, "Don't give up your day job." So I just sing in the car when I'm alone.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I do too. I think most people do.
I think most people do, but yeah.
I know.
So,
but anyways, on with the next part.
Yeah. So the knit along. So as I said, it goes to August 31st, which I think is it Friday next week? Friday?
No.
When is the 31st?
2 seconds. Let me just 2 seconds here.
Okay.
I've got a calendar.
So it goes to August 31st. So like Sheila had said, she knit hers up really, really quickly.
It goes to Thursday next week.
So Thursday next week.
Last week.
We have a few entries now, but if if you're working away on it, you can certainly let us know in the chatter thread. But I still think there's enough time if
there is enough time. That's a week. It finishes in 1 week.
Yeah.
And we should. And I think if you were a monogamous knitter, you could get it done in a week.
Yeah.
From start to finish.
Yeah, because I have to say, when I got going on it, it just knits up very, very easily. It's a good pattern.
She's not the fastest knitter.
I am not. And I used to be really monogamous, but I now am not.
I know. That's the problem. So many of us are not monogamous knitters anymore.
I'm a project whore.
You get some, but there are times that you do become one just because you want the project done. So you just put focus your energy on that. So I think it honestly can be done.
Yeah.
So
join us if you want. Check it out on our Ravelry group. And
if you go onto our Instagram account, it shows a picture of the prizes.
Yes. Yeah. So
they're out in another room, so I'm not leaving to go get them.
yeah,
I've
but
shown them on past episodes though.
yeah. So we have like project bag and a skein of yarn and
with a needle cozy.
and so yeah, there's some things. So if you scroll back in our Instagram account, you can see what we have as prizes. And yeah, we would love to see what you come up with. Like we were saying, if you go on there, actually one lady did a beautiful gradient version of it.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful,
the blue.
beautiful.
Yes.
There's so much you can do with this pattern. So yeah, we'd love to see if you come up with something, if you want to join us.
And there's still a coupon code for the pattern, and it's TSK.
Is it 20?
20.
Yeah.
TSK 20,
yeah.
And that is good until next Thursday.
Yep.
So there's still 1 week left for the coupon code as well.
So if you are, it is called Banner Unfurled, and it is the original one was done in the American flag colors.
In red, white, and blue.
So if you are interested in doing that, perhaps for Independence Day next year.
One of the ladies did do it in those colors.
Yep.
Yes.
You could go ahead and get the pattern and get started on it. Even if you don't want to join our CAL, I think it's worth getting the pattern.
It's a lovely pattern. It's really, really nice. I really enjoyed it. I gave mine to my mother-in-law. She really liked it.
Yeah.
So I said, "Oh, did you like my new scarf that I just?" She goes, "Oh, that's lovely. I really like that." And I said, "Here, it's yours. Would you like it?"
Yeah.
So because I haven't really made her anything, so she was quite happy.
That's lovely.
Quite happy. So.
Yeah. So, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else.
I don't think there's too much else.
No.
I
haven't.
We have knit night tonight.
Yes.
Our ladies are coming
over
tonight.
And that'll be great, too, because it's been several weeks since we've seen them.
It's been 3 weeks since we saw them.
Yeah.
So we're getting ourselves organized with them tonight. We're going to be, finalizing our details for going to KW. We're leaving a week tomorrow because we're staying overnight in Kitchener.
Not a week tomorrow.
Or 2 weeks tomorrow. Sorry,
yeah,
2 weeks
2
tomorrow.
weeks tomorrow.
So we've got the hotel booked, and we're getting everything all organized and just
it's gonna be so much fun.
I know. Girls' weekend and a nitty one too.
yeah. So it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And then after that, we'll have Rhinebeck to look forward to.
Yeah, which will be another
6 weeks,
4 to 6 weeks away from that. Yeah. So it's like, woohoo!
Yeah. So lots of knitting goodness coming our way.
Yes.
So,
for sure.
I think that's about everything.
I think it is. I'm looking down at our notes. Oh, our new to us. The only thing we missed.
Right.
Joji Locatelli last week had patterns on sale.
Because she is running a Joji Fall Cal. I think that's
Joji along sort of thing.
Yeah. So I think her hashtag is Joji Fall Cal.
Okay.
And so she had all her patterns on sale. And so Sheila and I decided, because we both love her patterns.
She's got she had so many to choose from. It was so hard. I could have bought a dozen easily.
But we were trying to be, good. So.
Oh, is that mine? Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Awesome.
My printer isn't working.
That's okay. I got her growth shawl.
Yeah.
So it is stripy. That's just the printer, but this is the growth shawl.
Yeah,
I really like that.
It looks like a roots.
Yes, it does. That's kind of what it did for me. I know I'm trying to get
the very back.
The back page too. It shows a bunch of.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My printer is on the fritz.
But I just look at that. I just looking at the front one. That is just. I always have a hard time doing this. But that is just amazing. Just amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it.
And so I got this, the Flyaway hoodie. I just thought it was so pretty. It's got, I think it's got 3 or 4 buttons in the front, just across the bodice part. And then it's got a hood, obviously, and little pockets.
I really like that.
Isn't that nice? And I just thought it would be really lovely and I think there's a little bit of cable, but not a lot.
She had one.
Just for interest. I think there's a cable coming up here. And then, and then the hood at the back. And I just...
Oh, and it's just, the cable's just on the bodice. It
just
comes up
on the
just
top
on
part.
the top
side.
And
the rest
and the sleeve. It's down the sleeve.
Yeah. So it's just... I don't know. I just thought it was beautiful.
Love it.
And I thought, this is something that I would wear.
There was that other one that I saw that was
Yeah.
like almost like a sweater coat, and
Yeah,
I think it
she
had a
has one.
hood as well
Yeah.
with a big cable. Oh my god! I was
It
like,
was
I want
beautiful.
that, but I will never
make that.
anything like that.
Me either. I'm not gonna make that either.
I
so.
probably won't even make that.
Yeah. Well, I just thought
She's
it
a
was.
little more adventurous in that respect.
Well,
for me.
I've made sweaters in the past.
Yes, you
so
have.
I like it, and now that
These
I've
are
been
my
doing this-
first sweaters. I
Yeah.
actually made one eons ago for my husband, and he's never worn it because it never got finished in time for him to wear it, and it doesn't fit him anymore.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's
Well,
very
maybe
funny.
one of the boys can wear it.
No, they're all too tall and their arms
Oh.
are too long now. So
They're all
even
taller
if it
than
fit
him.
them in the body, the
Yeah,
arms
arms
would
are
be like up
too
to
short.
here on them.
Yes, men don't wear bracelet length sleeves.
No, they don't. Not generally. Well, if they sort of bunched it over their elbows,
Yeah.
they could probably get away with it, but
Yeah,
they won't.
they won't.
So, oh well.
Oh well. So that was, I think that was everything.
That
though.
was everything. That was
Yeah.
pretty much everything.
So this
Yeah.
was another one that was sort of short and
Mhm.
sort of, and lots of stories in this.
Yes.
Laughs. More stories than whips. But
Yeah. That's okay.
That's okay.
If you don't mind, we don't mind.
Yeah. So at the very end, you'll see how to contact us.
Mhm.
But if you stuck with us this long, thank you very much for joining us.
Yes.
And if this is your first time, I hope you found something of interest for you and
Or enjoyed laughing at us.
and yes,
We laugh at ourselves. So.
yeah. So thank you very much, and we will see you next time.
Yep. See you in a couple weeks.
Okay.
Bye.